Now, if you have any mechanical sympathy whatsoever, I'd strongly suggest look away now. It hurts me just to do that to a twist drill, but you know, in the name of science, it's probably worthwhile. Now this is 7/16 drill bit, all right? So just shy of ½ an inch in the old money, and I think it's fair to say that it's fairly blunt now. So let's give the $100 drill sharpener a bit of a nudge. Okay, so a machine like this is essentially in 3 parts, okay? You've got a chuck here for holding the drill, and then you've got an indexing part that gets the drill flutes in the right orientation for the grinding operation, which is done on an angled diamond grinding wheel, which is about 20-something bucks to replace. But in the context of a home workshop, it's gonna last for a hell of a long time. So I'll just do this kind of upside down and by braille, and we'll see how we go. But I wanted to show you the operation kind of in real time. So the drill is loose in the chuck, okay? And we're just gonna put it in the indexer and open the whole thing. You've got to press down on this button and then nudge the drill into the end stop, and then the jaws just hold it in the right orientation so that when the cutting edges touch the grinding wheel, you'll get the reliefs that make sure that the cutting edge is going to be doing the work and the drill's not going to be dragging on the rest of the cutting faces, okay? So with it in there and locked in place, we'll just lock the chuck up so that it's in the right position. And that's essentially all you need to do now. We know we've got the drill far enough through into the job so that it's going to, you know, be in the right spot. And then we'll just turn the machine on, and I'll do my best Ray Charles by braille operation here. We'll just see how we go. We might need a bit more grinding than usual here because there's a bit of damage to the faces, okay? So essentially we just introduce it to the wheel, give it a nudge backwards and forwards, and then turn it around and do the other edge. So there was a bit of damage to that edge, so we'll give that a bit of a grind, and then we'll go again on the other side by braille. And then I'll just make sure that that's kind of in the centre. That looks pretty good to me there. And just for shits and giggles, we'll do a bit of relief grinding as well on the web thinning, because we can. We'll do the other web as well. We'll just thin it on the other side. And there's our web thinning as well. That all looks pretty good to me. But I guess the proof of the pudding is going to be in the eating, right? So as you can see, we're locked off here in the drill press, all set up, ready to go with the new drill, well, newly sharpened drill, together with a piece of superfluous to requirements, hot rolled ½ inch mild steel plate. And we're going to have a crack at getting through it in one hit with no pilot hole. And the only thing I'm going to do is give it a little splash of Trefoil X, because good for maintaining the cutting edge. We've gone to the trouble of generating it there. We might as well give it a bit of lubrication so that it can live for as long as possible. So let us do this. So I think you'd agree, in the context of home workshop assignments, that's a pretty severe test, because most of us simply don't drill almost ½ inch holes in ½ inch steel plate in one hit very friggin' often. At least I know I don't. So $100 drill sharpener, absolutely a win, especially if you don't want to spend $300 on getting yourself an 8-inch bench grinder and then invest several hours of practice learning how to do it manually. And I'd have to suggest that yes, this is a budget appliance. It's not designed to sharpen thousands upon thousands of drills repeatedly in a production environment. It's not adjustable. You're just going to get that general purpose 118-degree angle that's sort of okay for everything, but really not ideal for cutting anything super hard. So there's all of those considerations, but I'll tell you one thing about this jigger: it sure as shit beats having a workshop, a fat cave, whatever, full of blunt drills, which are a complete pain in the ass.